What's going on? What's going on? You know, today I was checking out Michi X, and apparently, there's some more shots being fired. Not literally, but her and Tariq Nasheed going at it again. You know, if you don't know by now how I feel about Tariq Nasheed, then you could go ahead and check out my previous piece where I called him a fucking, you know, few names that I'm gonna call him again in this video. But I gotta tell you, man, Tariq, Tariq, if anybody's an agent, it's him. If anybody's an agent, it's him. And he likes to call Grandmaster Jay an agent. But if you notice about that dude, if you notice Tariq, every movement other than his movement, if he don't really have one, because I ain't never really heard about him backing a real movement of any kind. He just shoots other people's movements down. So I don't know if he really has a movement. He just sells shit and crack jokes and talk about how broke everybody is and how good he living. And he doing all of that by hustling people's movements and co-opting people's movements. So when I hear somebody arguing with Tariq Nasheed, I can pretty much understand why. I've seen a bunch of people try to debate him or try to pin him down on issues and stuff like that, and it really just turned into him cussing the other individual out. And yeah, I seen Tariq do interviews and so-called debates, you know what I mean, with white supremacists and whatnot. And I seen him do a so-called debate with Jesse Lee Peterson. I saw that one too. And quite honestly, I wasn't impressed with none of them. First, I'm of the opinion that I don't debate, for one thing. I got convictions and I stand by them. That's it. And then debating somebody about their convictions is a waste of time because you ain't going to change anybody's mind through winning a debate. At least I don't think so anyway. Or if it happens, if you happen to change somebody's mind through debate, well, it's a very rare moment when you do that. But Tariq be debating these white supremacists, and it don't really amount to anything. It's just him, I don't know, promoting his brand, really, because he got a few lines and a few moments in history memorized, and he has a gift of gab because he's an actor, and he go with that. But real knowledge and information, he don't have it. He has access to a bunch of people that do have that knowledge, because that's pretty much what his documentary is made up of. I mean, when there are much better and more thorough documentaries out there than the ones he put together, that he's selling and pushing. And then some of the other bullshit that he's selling and push, I just can't get my mind around. Not just old goon juice and sweat socks and dumb shit like that. I remember he was selling these North Sentinel Island t-shirts. I wonder if the people from North Sentinel Island got any of the money from the sale of them t-shirts. I bet they didn't. So what he does is he latches onto a movement, or he latches onto an idea, prevailing frame of mind, or prevailing idea within the black community, and he hustle and make money off of it. And if your movement is really legit and he can't really hustle it, like ADOS, well, he try to co-opt it. So he either hustle a movement or co-opt your movement. Tariq Nasheed will either hustle your movement or an idea, or he'll try to co-opt it. I mean, because that's all the nigga really do. The guy's a millionaire. Why the fuck don't he run for office, for political office? You want to impress me, Tariq? Run for political office. And let's see how good you do. I mean, because every movement that comes up, he got a problem with it. And also, here's another way you know Tariq is a fake fucker. That goddamn Tulsa real estate fund that Jay Morrison was pushing. Tariq got in on that, and he encouraged other people to get in on that. If you go dig deep enough back in his videos from about 2017 or 18 or whenever that shit started, I remember the fucking video where he was telling people to get in on that shit. And even said out his own mouth he was getting in on it. I remember that shit. Now, he may have taken down that video, but he goddamn sure said that shit. And he ain't mentioned it since Jay Morrison came out to be a goddamn hustler his own self, which a lot of people already knew. So them the same kind of niggas. They just hustlers and pimps. And that's what Tariq doing. He pimping movements. And co-opting fucking movements. That's what he doing. So motherfuckers that line up behind Tariq Nasheed, right, and support that dude, well, they kind of suspect in my view. Because I'm gonna tell you something. Tariq Nasheed ain't never had a son or daughter go to jail. Tariq Nasheed ain't never missed a fucking meal. Clearly. He been a hustler and a bullshitter all his adult life. All the way back to them fucking books he used to sell. Anyway, y'all can rock with that motherfucker if y'all want to, but if you do, just know you ain't really down for change. You just down for hustling. You just down for bullshitting and hustling. You know what I mean? Not a good look. I'm telling you right now. Peace.